Other interesting political news, you had someone bring up the fact that 20 million Democrat voters just disappeared the past couple years. This comes to us thanks to Benny Johnson. It says, quote, weird how 20 million Democrats just disappeared in a single election cycle from 2020 to 2024. Super duper strange, man. Joe Biden got 81 million votes. Kamala Harris got 60 million. Very sus. Yeah, I don't think anyone actually. I really don't think anyone believes that Joe Biden got 81 million votes. Do you? Especially with this Delta. Yeah, this is a very similar situation. I mean, we've been basically Obama fourth year or fourth term, but I mean, you have a track record. You have basically Trump versus DNC again, and again, a lot of those people say vote blue no matter who. I debate if it even matters who they prop up in there these days or they wheel in there. Do you think the election was stolen in 2020? Well, not just because of censorship and manipulation of the media, but also because actual ballots. I mean, that's a huge delta. You think a lot of people just didn't feel like voting this time? 21 million? Granted, people pass away. The numbers change all the time, but the U.S. population is growing as well. Now, this went pretty well. Again, 16.4 million views as well as 256,000 likes. Now, one of the first comments comes from Amuse saying, evidently Biden didn't let her use his voter fraud operation. What's Biden saying here?
Secondly, we're in a situation where we have put together, and you guys did it for our administration, the President Obama's administration before this. We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
You got 4.3 thousand likes. Prime Headline said, maybe people finally realized I'm speaking doesn't win elections, getting 234 likes. Arthur says Trump is the first ever president to win in 3 elections, getting 23,000 likes. Sandy says, way too many eyes on this election. Had Elon not bought Twitter, they would have done the same thing they did in 2020. Citizen journalism kept them in check, getting 10,000 likes, which, yet the proliferation of smartphones, for better or worse, the upside of that is everyone is an independent journalist these days. You got a cell phone in your pocket, you got the power to make a difference. Blaine Stewart says Joe Biden stole 2020 and everyone knows it. Unfortunately, it will take decades to undo the damage done during his term, getting 8.3 thousand likes. Scrolling down more and more, Dust of the Wind says the Associated Press still not calling Wisconsin because it would give Trump 270 by their own metrics and it's absolutely hysterical. She would have to get almost every outstanding ballot in that state and still wouldn't call it. This is glorious how much they're melting down. Getting 3.7 thousand likes, which, yeah, I don't know how many weeks it's going to take for Arizona, that Maricopa County, to count their votes. The most woefully corrupt or inept county in the United States, which, in terms of marketing, I at least know they are a county in Arizona because of this, where they really, before 2020, because they had the same issue there. Again, 4 years, no improvement, public sector. But yeah, interesting enough, I know them for that reason now. Sadie Supaduge says, I'm a Democrat who voted for Trump. I think maybe we were the silent majority, getting 6.1 thousand likes, which, yeah, a lot of Democrats did go over to Trump. But again, the delta is still, what is it, 10 million? Even if you had that go from Kamala to Trump, it's still not all those votes are accounted for. I do agree some of that is. Yeah, Democrats have gone they've just become leftist. A lot of my friends who are Democrats, I mean, they went for Trump just because the things Democrats are pushing for these days are so radical. You have Dave Benner saying, quote, it may have something to do with Trump leads Nazi rallies. Trump supporters are garbage. Sex changes for prisoners. Censor users on social media. Endless aid to Ukraine. Men can get pregnant too. Yeah, those are the leftist mantras of the Democrats. Which, again, a lot of Republicans voted for the Ukraine aid too. Which, again, about $200 billion between arms and cash. $200 billion. What have we gotten out of that? I'm waiting to hear. Yeah, that got 2.8 thousand likes. Beth says, Biden never got 81 million votes. Everyone knows it, getting 5.3 thousand likes. Dave says, come on, we know what happened. This time it was too big to rig, getting 2.8 thousand likes, which, yeah, if the election was within 1%, I think there'd be chaos. I think there'd be more suspicion, and I think, yeah, that big delta did help kind of have people more accepting of the results. And that being said, there's trending that they're saying Kamala should 14th Amendment or usurp Biden so she could technically become first female president. Which, again, that's anything you could do. I don't know if it's the accomplishment in terms of like what's your track record, but that's something they're talking about. Somebody named Renlo has a picture of Sasquatch with a t-shirt and it says, I am more believable than 81 million votes. Got 40 likes. Which, yeah, I think a lot of people, thank God for independent platforms like X Twitter, I think a lot of people are starting to question that more and more in terms of, again, 81 million votes for Biden, which, again, he definitely wasn't in. I mean, I know there's a lot of people who did not like Trump, so it inspired some people to get out the vote in that regard. But in terms of being an inspirational person to vote for, Biden was not it. I mean, Obama was much more charismatic, and I could see him generating buzz when he was going off when he was running. But Biden got more votes than Obama. To me, that's a big red flag. Like, he's not smarter, he's not more intellectual, he's not more charismatic, he's not more articulate, not more relatable, and yet he got so much more votes than Biden. To me, than Obama. That to me was a big red flag, or I guess in this case we could call it a blue flag. But let me know. Do you think someone actually? Do you think? I mean, do you think all those votes were fake, or do you think did all those people just magically, decide not to participate in the electoral duty anymore? Let me know in the comments, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.